For more videos and problems like this for Intro to Financial Management 301, you can check out Sarai Studies, link in the description box below. Welcome to topic 8. The first skill you have to learn is how to compute returns on an investment. So the way that I remember the formula, not like you need to because it's on your formula sheet for exams, but it's T like a tic-tac and then an extra I. So T for total returns is equal to, and then it's a fraction, and then I stands for income, then it's plus capital gains, and then divided by your initial cost. Let's try an example. Last year, I bought 1 share of Apple stock for $110.68. So this is our initial cost. Apple paid a dividend of $3.14. That's how much money we have incoming. Today, 1 share of Apple trades for $115.42. What is the total return of this investment? Well, again, total returns is equal to fraction. What was the initial cost of the investment? Well, you bought it for $110. You bought only 1 share, so just $110 for that 1 share. How much money did you have incoming? $3.14. And then plus, capital gains is really the difference between how much it's selling today versus how much it was selling when you bought it. So that's 115.42 minus 110.68. So the whole idea is really how much out of what you spent, your initial cost, did you really gain? So it's going to be a percentage. So if we plug this into a calculator, we get 3.14 plus capital gains, and then we divide that by 110.68. And if we multiply by 100 to get our percentage, that is 7.12% if we round to 2 decimal places. So the total return on this investment is 7.12% of how much we spent. Let us try another one. Again, they're just asking us for the total percentage return on this investment, so we know we're going to be using this formula. So total returns is equal to a fraction. And then how much money do you have incoming? Well, that's your dividends. So it's 50 cents a share. They're saying that you purchased 300 shares. So it's really 50 cents for the 300 shares that you purchased. And then the bottom is your initial cost. How much did you purchase them for? Well, you purchased them for $60.20 each, and you bought 300 of them. So it's $60.20 for 300 shares. And then finally, your capital gains is how much the share is selling now versus how much it was selling when you bought it. So it's saying today you sold all of your shares for $58.10. So $58.10 is how much the share is worth now, and you sold all of them, so 300 of them, and minus you bought them at $60.20, those 300 shares. So these are always the same. So if we plug that into a calculator, we get 0.50 times 300, which is 150. 300 times 58.10 minus 60.20 times 300 divided by 60.20 times 300. So this minus 18,060 is negative 630. Get rid of this. Plus 150. That's negative 480 divided by 18,060. That's the decimal multiplied by 100 to get the percentage. That's equal to negative 2.66%, meaning that our return was not good. It was negative. Here the return was positive. That's good. Here return is negative. That's bad. Because this means that out of everything that we spent, the amount that we gained overall was actually 2.66% of everything we spent, but negative, so we actually lost. And that's your answer. Let's try one more. They're asking what is your total dollar return on this investment. So they don't want the percentage anymore. They want what this is, but in terms of dollars. But we're still looking for return, so we're still using this formula. Total returns is equal to fraction, and then our initial cost is how much we spent. So we purchased 200 shares for $7.02. So that's $7.02 for 200 shares. And then our income is always our dividend, so the stock pays an annual dividend of 30 cents per share, and there were 200 shares. So 30 cents for 200 shares, and then plus your capital gains, which is really new minus old. How much is it trading for now minus how much was it trading for when you bought it. So today you sold all of your stocks for $14.29, so that's how much it's trading now, and it was 200 of them, and then minus how much it was trading when you bought it. It's always this same thing here, $7.02 for 200 of them. So 30 cents times 200, that's equal to 60, plus 2,858 minus 1,404, all over 1,404. These numbers are always the same. This quantity is equal to that. And then plus 60 becomes this, and then divided by 1404. But if we multiply by 100 to get the actual percentage, that becomes 107 point, let's round to 2 decimal places, 83%. So this is our total percentage return. If they don't specify, they're asking for percentage. But if they specify the dollar return, return, then what you're saying is, out of all that I spent to buy these 200 stocks, I'm gaining, or I'm getting a return of 107.83% of all of that. So if I spent $7.02 for 200 stocks, and that's equal to 1,404, I'm saying that out of all of this money that I spent, I'm getting 107.83% back. So I'm actually going to multiply by this number here, the decimal one, and that is equal to $1,514. That's how much in dollars you're getting back out of how much you spent. So these are your answers, and that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next.